Few characters in the history of fiction have captured the imagination of audiences as powerfully as Darth Vader. Towering in black armor, speaking with an unforgettable mechanical voice, and wielding immense power, Vader became the symbol of fear throughout the galaxy. In this video, we're exploring Darth Vader. The chosen hero became the galaxy's most feared villain. Born into slavery, Anakin Skywalker's story began on the harsh desert world of Tatooine. Unlike many heroes who come from noble families or privileged backgrounds, Anakin was born into slavery. He lived with his mother, Padmé Skywalker, and spent his childhood serving the whims of those who owned them. Life on Tatooine was difficult. The desert environment was unforgiving, opportunities were scarce, and freedom seemed like an impossible dream. Yet despite these hardships, Anakin remained kind-hearted, optimistic, and remarkably intelligent. Discovered as a gifted child, Anakin's life changed forever when visitors from the Galactic Republic arrived on Tatooine. Among them was Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn, who quickly sensed something extraordinary about the young boy. Through observation and testing, Qui-Gon discovered that Anakin possessed an unprecedented connection to the Force, the mystical energy field that binds the galaxy together. What amazed Qui-Gon was not merely Anakin's abilities, but their scale. The boy demonstrated instincts, reflexes, and awareness far beyond what should have been possible. He could pilot dangerous vehicles, anticipate events before they occurred, and solve complex problems with remarkable ease. Qui-Gon became convinced that Anakin was the long-awaited chosen one, a figure prophesied to bring balance to the Force. Trained as a Jedi. After leaving Tatooine, Anakin entered the Jedi Order and began training to become a Jedi Knight. The Jedi were guardians of peace and justice who devoted themselves to self-discipline, wisdom, and service. Under the guidance of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin learned how to control his abilities and channel the Force responsibly. Anakin quickly proved himself to be one of the most talented students the Order had ever seen. His combat skills, intelligence, and connection to the Force surpassed many of his peers. During times of conflict, he displayed extraordinary bravery and repeatedly risked his life to protect others. His accomplishments earned admiration throughout the Republic and established him as a rising hero. Secret romance. Among the most important influences in Anakin's life was Padmé Amidala. Their relationship began when they met during his childhood, but over time it developed into a deep and passionate romance. Padmé was intelligent, compassionate, and courageous. She represented stability and understanding in Anakin's increasingly complicated life. Their love, however, presented a serious problem. Jedi rules prohibited attachment and marriage because emotional bonds were believed to create vulnerability and conflict. As a result, Anakin and Padmé kept their relationship secret. Hidden from the Jedi Order and much of the galaxy, they married and built a life together away from public view. For a time, their relationship brought Anakin happiness. Padmé believed in him when others doubted him and provided emotional support during difficult moments. Yet the secrecy of their marriage created additional stress. Anakin constantly feared discovery and struggled to balance his responsibilities as a Jedi with his devotion to his wife. Fear of loss consumed him. As Anakin matured, he became increasingly haunted by visions of tragedy. These visions often appeared as dreams that seemed frighteningly real. Earlier in life, he had experienced visions involving his mother, and his inability to save her left deep emotional scars. The pain of that loss remained with him for years. When he began experiencing visions suggesting that Padmé might die, panic consumed him. The possibility of losing the person he loved most became unbearable. Rather than seeking guidance or accepting uncertainty, he became obsessed with preventing the future he foresaw. Manipulated by evil forces. While Anakin struggled with fear and uncertainty, a powerful enemy was quietly influencing events from the shadows. Supreme Chancellor Palpatine had spent years gaining Anakin's trust. Acting as a mentor and confidant, he offered understanding at moments when Anakin felt isolated from the Jedi. Palpatine recognized Anakin's vulnerabilities and exploited them masterfully. He encouraged feelings of resentment toward the Jedi and presented himself as someone who truly appreciated Anakin's abilities. Most importantly, he claimed to possess knowledge that could save loved ones from death. Betrayed his order. The turning point came when Anakin faced a choice between loyalty to the Jedi and loyalty to Palpatine's promises. Believing that the dark side held the key to saving Padmé, he ultimately sided with the Sith Lord who had manipulated him. This decision shattered everything he had once stood for. He turned against the Jedi Order, the very institution that had trained and supported him for years. Friends, mentors, and allies suddenly became enemies. The galaxy witnessed the collapse of one of its greatest heroes. Became Darth Vader. After fully embracing the dark side, Anakin Skywalker was given a new identity, Darth Vader. The transformation symbolized the death of his former self and the birth of a feared enforcer of the Sith. Following a catastrophic confrontation with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Vader suffered severe injuries that required extensive cybernetic reconstruction. Encased in black armor and dependent on mechanical systems for survival, Darth Vader became one of the most intimidating figures in the galaxy. His appearance reflected the emotional and spiritual damage he had endured. The once heroic Jedi was now a symbol of oppression and fear, ultimately redeemed himself. Despite decades spent serving darkness, the story of Darth Vader did not end as a tragedy. The arrival of his son, Luke Skywalker, created the possibility of redemption. Unlike many others, Luke refused to believe that Vader was beyond saving. He sensed that goodness still existed beneath the armor. At first, Vader rejected these claims. Yet Luke's compassion gradually forced him to confront the person he once was. The conflict between Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader resurfaced after years of suppression. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.